Boys, I feel like this is the only good time to talk about this one game, and it's Poppy Playtime. Um, I'm older than the series, I'm like I'm older than the series, alright? Yeah, I wasn't born in like 2022 or something. But here's the thing. We're back in the void too. I liked Chapter 5, I guess I just probably get my rankings all the chapters. Since I never talked about this. I don't really talk about things, besides like myself. So chapter 1, it was like released in October of 2021. I remember that it was man, I remember Huggy Wuggy being like that big character, and then he got added to Fortnite like recently, I think, or was it like, I don't know, I have bad memory, so I remember that, very good time, because, we got that game, and then we had Security Breach, so, yeah. Then in May 5th, 2022, we got Chapter 2. That was probably a good game, but, I liked it more than Chapter 1, but now that Chapter 5 came out, and I'm starting to like Chapter 1 more. I just think Chapter 2 is a little bit more, like, darker and scarier than Chapter 1. I feel like Chapter 1 kind of handled the scariness a little bit better than Chapter 2. So, yeah. And then January 30th, 2024, the third chapter. Now, this is by far the best chapter ever. There's no chapter that will beat this. Right? It was good. The graphics, amazing. I loved it. Really no complaints. Yeah, I liked it. I think it's a good chapter. Very good. Yeah. Man. I like the Holiday and Catnap. I like the Smiling Critters for that one. I think that's, like, a good idea. One thing I don't like is that they kind of carried that on to the rest of the chapters, and you'll see. Now, a year after that, so January 30th, 2025. Man, that's crazy. The fourth chapter released, and here's the main issue with that one. It didn't really have like a sticking plot to it. It was all over the place. Graphics, not good, very buggy. Some places are brighter than others. What else? They brought like the Nightmare Critters, and around that time I moved. And that kind of wasn't good because it just wasn't. Honestly, I was kind of confused because I was really focused on moving than anything. I kind of had like a Kais in that room, and then my grandma and grandpa took that room, and then I took their room, and then I moved again, like in November 2025. So yeah, that kind of confused me with the lore. I didn't know much about it. Again, they didn't really have like a sticking story to it. Maybe they could have done better. They could have done better with that chapter. Now, this new chapter, it's good. Graphics changing different times. Some graphics looks better than others. I don't know why they didn't stick with one. Literally, there's some graphics that looked straight up from chapter 3. I'm like, why didn't you keep that with like the other, And I know the game released like 9 hours ago. But you know what? I've been taking it all in. So now I'm officially ready to talk about it. One thing I've complained. One thing. I thought this was the end of, Power Playtime. We know it's not the end, but I thought it was like the end of the main story. So I thought that it was good, but the ending, it really something kind of like, it felt, my heart. It was too big of like it didn't give anything for chapter 6, because chapter 6 is coming, because like it left on the cliffhanger, but that cliffhanger was too big. It did not leave, like, we know we're getting, what's the name of it? Giblet? I don't know, unless we get Holly Sawyer. The only reason I feel like he's getting brought back, because chapter 4 didn't do good, and Mob Entertainment wants that character to be like a really good character. So that's probably why they're bringing him back. Now, Giblet, is that his name? I think that's his name, Giblet. He's gonna be there, he buzzed back to life. Now, the prototype, I feel like he's a little bit like, he's more of like like if you never knew Puppet Chapter 5 was coming out, and then you saw like a screenshot of the player on a train, and then he's on top of the train looking down at you. They probably said that was fake. Again, there's been a lot of fake. People are probably going to make chapter like 6 gameplays, fake ones already. Now, when do I think chapter 6 might come out? Probably next year. Probably next year in like April. Maybe April, man. Maybe April, dude. Man, I got a lot more videos I want to make, and I just can't because, it's a bit busy. Yeah, jobs, I'm trying to get verified. So if you can please help me do that. I have like $9 with me, so that's not something you should be proud of. I'm probably, that's not good. Probably gonna make like 2 more videos after this one, just, because I want to talk more about stuff that I haven't really focused. So this is probably like a new chapter, like, a new chapter where I just tell you things I like. So probably gonna be like chapter 2 of a new story. Really, I'm just kind of changing the content up a little bit.